Hello buddies, I am back and I am back for good. Hello buddies, I am back and I am back for good. Idiot!
So tired already.
Time and I hope you crash. I hope you crash and die. Anyway guys, yeah, I've been recording this content over and over and over again just because I really couldn't feel the difference between all the 6S LiPo that I have before and I have now, which is all this from CNHL. Yeah, there might be a little bit difference, but I don't think it is drastic enough to tell you which one is better than which. I can only tell you guys which one I personally prefer.
So which one?
What the fuck are you here? Thank you very much to CNHL for sending me all these LiPo, and yes, we have the CNHL 1350 mAh Speedy Pizza Pro rated at 150C, and then we have their classic Speedy Pizza 1200 mAh 120C, as well as the CNHL Black rated at 130C 1300 mAh. So these are all the LiPos that I'm going to be showing you guys today and tell you guys how I feel about it. Yet again, I cannot tell you guys that there's drastic difference, and I've been testing these LiPos over and over and over again until today. I don't feel like there is a huge gap in between, maybe a little bit on the flight time, but when we come to flight time, it depends very much on the pilot themselves. Yes, so yeah, let's not wait. I'll fly and then we'll talk about it while I'm flying, and then we'll head back to the studio and I will let you guys know exactly what I really look for when I am purchasing my LiPos. Yes, finally, Andrew crashed and Glenn is helping him to look for the quad. We can do our recording without any interruption.
Alright buddies, let's start with the 1350 mAh Speedy Pizza Pro rated at 150C. I felt it is very close to what I usually fly, which is the .com MCK V2, which has always been my personal favorite, and for the past 1 year it has always been my go-to LiPo whenever I needed to make a purchase. But too bad it has been discontinued by .com. So yes, CNHL came at the right time. Maybe this might be my preferred choice of LiPo in the future, but yes, we will see after all these tests. The power delivery is very consistent from the beginning till about 3.6 volt, and that is where you might notice a little sag, but once it is down to 3.5, you will start panicking. This is not only happening to this particular LiPo, it is actually happening to all the LiPos that I've been testing recently, such as the Z LiPos, the Boss LiPo, and the Tattoo R line. And at the end of this flight footage, you will witness it yourself, as I was way too into the flight and totally forgotten about the voltage. Now, I'm not gonna show you guys the full flight video of all the tests, as it's gonna be super long, so let's go straight to the end of this video. As you can see here, while we are nearing to 3.6 volt, I could barely feel the voltage sag on the LiPo. So there I was continuing the flight until I did this last loop where it went from 3.5 to 3.3. And it continues to drop drastically and I almost can't make it back. Alright, we ended the flight with 4.5 minutes of flight time, but on average, honestly, this LiPo gives me about 4 minutes if I come back and land at 3.6. Next, we are flying the 1200 mAh Speedy Pizza V2 rated at 120C. To answer my own question earlier about, is the Speedy Pizza Pro going to be my next go-to LiPo? I guess it will be the second, because after swapping from the Speedy Pizza Pro to this, I felt that my quad is a little bit more locked in and I have more control on it. So yes, this is going to be my go-to for the next few months, maybe until I find a better one. And now I'm regretting not asking CNHL to send me more of this instead of the Speedy Pizza Pro. Now, here's another question or answer. Is the C rating on LiPos important? Because if you look at the Speedy Pizza Pro that is rated at 150C, while this is 120C, I can honestly tell you that I don't feel any difference at all on the power delivery on both the LiPo. Now, I can't let you guys know if it is better compared to the V1 because I've heard so many good reviews about the V1, but I have never tested them myself. But looking at the next LiPo that we are going to be testing, which is the V2 of the CNHL Black, and I did notice the improvement. So I am assuming here that the Speedy Pizza V2 is also better than the version 1. But do not take my words, do test them out yourself. So yeah, with the earlier incident of not making it back on time, we did land this at 3.6 and it gives us the total arm time of 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And also considering the fact that I actually crashed the quad during the first 30 seconds of the flight, I would say on average, this LiPo gives us about 3 to 3.5 minutes flight time. And right now we will dive into the CNHL Black version 2. And like I mentioned earlier, I have flown the CNHL Black version 1 before, and honestly, I hated it so much that I threw it aside due to its weight and the weird dimension of the LiPo, making it difficult to strap onto the quad, and it might also affect the center gravity of the quad itself. But when I asked CNHL to send me this, I did not know it was an improved version, as my initial experience with it, I have never bothered to even look at the CNHL Black ever. But when it came, I realized it is a version 2. So putting it to test, I really did notice the effort from CNHL to improvise their most budget-friendly LiPo. Thanks to Johnny, my mentor, I did a weighing test on it.
This is the V1 CNHL Black, coming in at 230 grams. CNHL Black V2, 222 grams, so it's about 8 gram difference.
And yes, it is lighter and the dimension of the V2 is slightly smaller than the V1 as well. So I will say the CNHL Black version 2 did surprise me after testing it for some time, but if I'm comparing it to both the Speedy Pizza Pro and the Speedy Pizza or any other LiPos I'm currently flying with, Ascent.com UCell. Let's talk about this next time. With the CNHL Black, it is still not going to be my preferred choice. But don't get me wrong, the performance of this LiPo is good as well. The only drawback is still its weight and the dimension, which is not to my personal liking, but cost-wise, perfect for a LiPo that can deliver such performance. We ended the flight at 3.58 to 3.6 and the total arm time was 4 minutes and 3 seconds, and on average it usually gives me about 3.5 to 4 minutes flight time with the way I am flying.
That was with the CNHL Black. So we're heading back to the studio right now, and then I'll tell you guys more about what I feel about all these CNHL LiPo, from the latest one to the classic one and to the most affordable one, CNHL Black. So let's go and eat first. Choo!
And yes, finally, I'm at home. Home sweet home without that 2 monkey. And the reason why you were listening to the narration that I actually did on the flight video was because of this.
Oh shit, they're back. Don't!
Put it. Put.
No! No, I cannot fly properly, no!
Let it crawl.
No one!
Let it crawl. Let it crawl.
No! Ah!
Stupid friends. But yeah, it's fun with them. Anyway guys, I'm sorry for the earlier video quality as well as the audio quality. I hope you guys have a clear answer to what I actually prefer or not prefer on the 3 LiPos that we are testing out today. And yeah, the next thing that I would really want to share with you guys is what myself personally look out for when I actually make my purchase on the LiPos itself. The first thing will come to the length of the battery lead as well as the length of the balance port itself. If you look at the quad that I'm flying, this is the Volajo VX5 and it has got the XT60 flush mounted on the top frame itself. So when I actually connect the LiPo to the XT60 connector on the quad, the length of this XT60 mustn't be too short or maybe too long because it will make it difficult to mount on the quad itself. And then the balance port itself has to be like a certain length so that I can secure it back to the XT60 lid itself before I connect the XT60 connector to the quad itself. But on the Speedy Pizza Pro as well as the Speedy Pizza 1200 mAh, it has got a very short balance port, so I guess it is safe because so far with all the tests that I've run, the balance port has never hit the props before. So yep, but is it a good thing? On the quad itself, maybe yes, but on the charging part, I find it a little bit difficult for me to plug this into the charger because the length of the balance port is so short that I've got a hard time to plug it into the charger as well. Well, there is a solution to it that Glenn is actually using, not myself. I've not been using that because I do not have the extension cable. It does extend the length of the XT60 as well as the balance port. So yep, he's actually using it and I think it works pretty good. So I might get myself some of this cable, and if you are planning to purchase the LiPos like the Speedy Pizza Pro as well as the Speedy Pizza itself, you might want to get yourself those extension cable as well to just make your life easier while you are charging, because after some time the pin on the balance port will actually get pulled out. The next thing will be the weight of the LiPo itself and also the dimension, like I've actually mentioned earlier, because like this itself, why I say that is this definitely not going to be my preferred choice. If you can see here, while I actually mount this up to the quad itself, although yes, the XT60 connector has got the very good length as well as the balance port connector has got a very good length as well, but mounting it to the quad itself is a little bit difficult too because of the weird dimension, which is a lot wider than the normal LiPo that I've been using. And you can see here the strap doesn't even strap down the LiPo correctly. So yeah, this is why I'm saying that the CNHL Black is, although has been upgraded and I think the performance is good, is there, but it is still not going to be my preferred choice. So while we talk about the weight of the LiPo itself, yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys the weight of each and every one of these LiPo as well. Right, let's weight this. The Speedy Pizza Pro weighs in at 215.2 grams. The Speedy Pizza 1200 mAh weighs in at 203 grams. It is 12 grams lesser than the Speedy Pizza Pro. And then the CNHL Black coming in at 222 grams, which means it's about 7 grams heavier than the 1350 mAh Speedy Pizza Pro, and also 19 grams heavier than the Speedy Pizza. Now, my golden question to all of you, my buddies out there: can you really feel the difference of all the 6S LiPos that you have been flying, especially to any one of you whom are flying all these 3 LiPos that I've actually just tested? Please leave down your thoughts and also your comments down in the comment section down below. I am very curious to listen to you guys. And also, I know a lot of people has been asking on the CADDX Ascent system as well as their Protos, the new quad from CaddxFPV. So yes, it is right here inside this box. I'm not gonna open it up and share it with you guys because tomorrow 8 AM EDT time, CADDX will be doing the announcement as well as also launching the new product. So stay tuned on their social media page and then come back after that. Remember, turn on the notification bell, subscribe, and come back for this exciting content. And also, thank you very much CNHL for sending me all these LiPos so that I can test it out myself. And if you are thinking of purchasing this, please use the affiliate link down below. It will help the channel a little bit. Anyway, again, thank you so much for all your support, and thank you so much for all of your time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.